So the Samsung Galaxy A series is considered pivotal for Samsung. Some might even say that it's more important for them than their flagship S series. Now, Samsung themselves said that the earlier iteration of the A series, the 55 and the 35, sold more than 90 million units globally, which kind of speaks volumes, the kind of importance that it holds for Samsung. The goods are in there. So what I'm going to do is do a quick unboxing of the A series and tell you what the phones offer and what value you get from these new mid-range AI phones from Samsung. Let's go. Alright, so we have unboxed the phones and we have them right here. Let's just talk about first what we see right in front of our eyes, which is the design. I think the design is much lighter this time around. So yes, Samsung has done hard work just shaving a couple of grams here and there. And yes, in terms of its weight, you can actually feel that the devices are much lighter. Different combination here. The 56 is more premium when it combines metal and glass, while the A36 is a combination of polycarbonate and plastic, but again, does not feel cheap in the hands when you consider it. Now, in terms of the display, Samsung boasts of the best displays in the market. One of the best displays, because their display tech is kind of that advantage that gets to their devices. 120 Hz of refresh. These are 6.7-inch displays, AMOLED displays. And again, when we saw these, we can say that in the market, they are one of the top right there. In terms of the brightness also, yes, there is a bump that you can visibly see, although on paper it might not come across as a lot because you see these OnePlus devices boasting 4500 nits, but here I would say the numbers are lesser, but in real life it's not a deal breaker. You get crisp, contrasty, clarity based displays here with the A56 and the 36. And I love that Samsung has really worked on the design. Almost 7.4 millimeters, especially for the A36, is an upgrade over last year's devices, which in the hands were heavier. So kudos to Samsung. Make sure that you kind of retain the battery capacity, but also having shaved a few milligrams from these two devices. In terms of the extra features, both phones come with USB Type 2. It's USB-C. So data transfers are going to be fast. And also for security, you get in-display fingerprint scanners. So yes, almost like what flagship level features you're getting on these mid-range devices. Samsung really boasts about the robustness that both these devices come with, because both these phones come with IP67 dust and water resistance, but that's not really the headline maker. The biggest feature, I would say, of the phone is the protection that the Victus glass gets to both these devices. We saw a demonstration of how strong the glass is at the event, and I wanted to show you this demo because it blew my mind then of the kind of impact that the glass could take. So check out this demo.
And here, 1, 2.
If you can stay a little bit far so that
Lighting it up fast.
and nothing happens to the glass here, right?
So coming to the display yet, in terms of the mid-range market, both these phones have very crisp, good 120 Hz refresh rate displays. And if you're considering for content consumption or even gaming, I think both these phones come with excellent displays for you. Talking about the performance of both these devices, the A56 comes with Exynos 1580 processor. On the other hand, the A36 comes with a Snapdragon 6 Gen 3. Now, we cannot say a lot about the performance of the devices because we haven't really tested them out, but in the mid-range they are very capable. They come with 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage, and there are more options if you want to consider, but overall I think performance should not be a concern. We did run the Geekbench benchmark on both of these devices, and here are the results. Samsung has said that the performance has seen an incremental upgrade compared to the previous versions, the A55 and the 35. So I think consumers, when they are getting this phone, they should see some enhancements in terms of the performance. The one good thing about both these phones is that both come with Android 15 out of the box. Support for One UI 7 is also there. But in terms of software and security updates, hear this, 6 years. Yes, 6 years of updates for both of these. So if people want to buy a smartphone that will run longer, that will give them support for a long time, both of these smartphones are equally capable. Yes, 56 is more premium, and if you want a more budget-friendly option, then the 36 should be on top of your list. Also, another good thing that Samsung has done with both these devices is bringing AI into the mid-range, because Samsung really boasts its AI game. And those AI features are coming to the A36 and the A56. Some of the AI features that you get are object eraser. You want note summaries, you can also get them. So yes, I think that is a good move, getting AI to the people in the mid-range, because most of the AI features are just restricted to flagships, but both these phones are having those AI capabilities and you get to experiment with them. So I think it's a good move. Moving to the back of the phone, now we get these pill-shaped camera modules for the 56 and the 36, kind of reminiscent of what we get on the Z Fold 6. In terms of megapixel count, yes, 50 megapixel primary sensors for both the devices. There is a slight difference in terms of the ultra-wide sensors, where the 12 megapixel sensor is there on the 56, the 36 gets an 8 megapixel sensor. I think your photography needs would be met with this kind of a camera setup, but again, we're going to reserve our judgments for the full review. Till then, just have a look at some of the samples that we clicked with both of these phones. For both these devices, you get 12 megapixel sensors on the front, which offer support for wide angle point of view, and also have 4K at 30 FPS recording. Here's a sample of the video recording from the cameras, just to give you an idea of what you get with both these devices. Moving to the battery of both these smartphones, 5000 mAh, and I think Samsung should be given some credit, making sure that the devices aren't that heavy and retaining the battery capacity at 5000 mAh, which is great. But the one thing that Samsung has addressed, and that has been a problem in the past, and a lot of consumers have addressed it, is the fact that the charging speeds have now been increased. So the bump up now gets 45 watt of fast charging compared to the 25 watt that you used to get earlier. So yes, a big upgrade, and Samsung, thank you finally that you've addressed this issue. Now, the company claims that you can charge the device up to 50% in just 30 minutes. We will test it out in our full review, whether these claims are actually true, so stay tuned for that. So that was a comprehensive first look at both of these new Samsung devices, the A56 and the A36. Remember, we'll be coming out with a comprehensive full review of both these phones, because it's an important segment and people really need to understand what these two mid-range Samsung phones offer. Yes, you are getting a package of AI, you're getting better displays, a better build quality and better cameras, but how does the package overall look to you? Because the pricing, yes, many might call this aggressive, but there is a lot of competition in this price segment, especially when you talk about the Xiaomi's, the iQOOs and the Realme's. So in order to compete with those brands, Samsung really needs to bring its A game, and these two devices in terms of the design, they look good, but whether what's inside the phone really will make the deal sweeter for the consumers is something we'll see in our review. That's it for this video. Hopefully you like it. Please let us know in the comment section what you think about these new Samsung mid-range smartphones. We'll be back with more tech right here on Fiverr, so stay tuned.